Hey guys, this is Jay from Sentinel Trading Channel. So welcome to another update video on the Binbot Pro trading software. So in this episode, I'm going to focus on specifically how I treat my settings, step-by-step guide on how do I refer to charts and etc. And the second part that I would like to attend to is one common question that can we actually trade the crypto pairs through the Binbot Pro software? Well, honestly, I do not know yet, and that's why I'm going to say that I'm going to commit to this week to actually test the Binbot Pro on the cryptocurrency pairs. However, I do think it's going to be very different because cryptocurrency pairs volatility in the 1 minute chart is way lower than the currency pairs, so therefore it may work very differently. So I might have to open a separate account just to not disturb my massive profits that I've actually gained from Binbot Pro to actually test the cryptocurrency pairs out. So I think it's a good idea for me to open a sub account just in case if there's a losses would happen. My loss is going to be way minimum as compared from a couple of $1,000 account opposing to a $250 account. So that's what I'm going to do this week. And so you guys, if you guys are interested to know what my results are, please remember to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and also click the bell notification to receive the latest update. All right, so and on top of that, I'll make any new announcement if there's a tweak in my settings, my Binbot Pro settings, through the video and as well as email. So you guys please contact me through email if you guys want my settings. As I said, why I do not put my settings on a video, because it may change from time to time. So and lastly, for those who ask whether have I made any major tweaks to the settings, especially those have recently contacted me through email, well, I haven't made any major tweaks. I'm still testing the same settings with GBP USD pair. All right, so stay tuned guys in the next segment of the video to see how I do it step by step. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so before we begin, just a quick catch up on for those who have been following my Binbot Pro progress, and right now my current balance is standing at 7809.77. That is another huge massive jump. So that proves that my settings, specifically trading on the GBP USD pair, is working out very well for me. So my test robot is right here. As you can see, I've only selected GBP USD. It's working very well. I haven't really yet have the time to test on other currency or cryptocurrency. As I mentioned, I'm going to test this week. So anyway, just a quick catch up on what happened recently. I've been testing it on the 6th of July, that have let's see, a couple of winning streaks here, 3 winning streaks, 5 winning streaks, and here about 6 winning streaks. So if you look at the time closely, it is not as if that I have left the Binbot Pro to run like a couple of hours straight. So as you can see, this one is from 6 p.m. this one 6:11, so 6:51. So these 3 trades have been turned on like from back to back. So I leave it on for 3 trades and then I turn it off. So that's usually what I do. So I gotta wait for the charts to show the specific conditions, then I'll turn it on for maybe 2 or 3 trades and then I'll turn it off. So that's how we actually do. If you notice, this is like 3:17, then all of a sudden I turn it off because the condition is not right, and then I turn it back on at 5:07. All right, so this is pretty much it. So like, let's say 2:07 to 2:17 and I turn it off, and then 2:47 it hit again, then I turn it on. So this is basically what I've did so far. I've tested it on the 6th of July and 5th of July. The last test was from the previous episode, which is the 2nd of July. So a really good stuff. You see, it is not as if like I turned the robot on and it just gave me 6 winning streaks. So that's not exactly true, because I've actually turned it off from, let's say, from 4:20, and then it expired about 4:25, and then it was off until, let's say, 4:45, and then after that at, let's say, about 5, And then after 5, I didn't really turn on the robot, well, because I was actually out, and probably because while waiting I didn't see a conditions that I like. So this is how you actually should use Binbot Pro. Do not actually just turn it on and leave it 24/7. So chances are you'll be exposing yourself to more losing opportunities than winning opportunities. So to increase your chances of getting a long winning streaks, you have to be really selective. All right, so how do I actually do it? So let's look at the price chart. Okay, right now the price chart for GBP USD, for once you should actually check the economic calendar. And so there's a 3 bull news that's going to happen in 16 minutes, and a couple of hours ago it actually have another 3 bull news for the euro. And that's actually, if you like to trade within 1 hour, especially maybe within 30 minutes to 40 minutes before the news happen, is going to be extremely volatile. So as you can see, all the past candles is minute as compared to these high volatility candles. So this is the usual effect of a 3 bull news. So we definitely will want to avoid using or turning on the Binbot Pro during this time. So we would want a more regular shape. So say like this is more regular shape. That's before the 3 bull news, you see. So after the 3 bull news happened, those candles that happened just now, it just became really minute, and then there's like extremely large candle here. So although we supposed to wait for the RSI condition, so if you guys have been emailing me, so the conditions that I've set is that we should turn on the Binbot Pro when the RSI level goes outside 70 or below 30, while the ATR, which is this one here, is above 0.02. So as you can see, ATR is more like a measurement of a volatility. So as you can see, the volatility has spiked up to 0.00012. So this is really extremely high. Alright, so the main criteria for my settings that I've been practicing is, one, for the ATR, average true range, has to be above 0.0002, as well as the RSI must be above 70 or below 30. Okay, so when these conditions are met, then that is the time where you can turn on the Binbot Pro. So as you can see from the chart, it doesn't really happen very often. So like, let's say in this region over here, let's say this region, the RSI is safely between its channel, except for this point, tiny point right here. We can actually turn it on over here. Since the ATR is 0.003, yep, when it crosses here at this moment, 10:19 GMT, we can actually turn it on for maybe 1 or 2 trades. And another common question is, how long should I leave the Binbot Pro on when these conditions are met? I would say it's completely up to you, but for beginners, I would say focus on maybe taking 1 or 2 trades, and then you turn the Binbot Pro off and wait for the next opportunity. Like, let's say you wait for maybe another half an hour, and then another opportunity like this would turn up. So this is basically how I've tested the Binbot Pro so far. Right, so let me check this area here. The ATR is 0.002, so it'll be perfect to turn it on over here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So this is the settings that I ran. It works really well. It's grown my balance from 500 to over 7k right now. So I'm most likely going to do a withdrawal of maybe like a $2,000 to actually help me fund my $250 account of another Binbot Pro $250 account, just for me to test the accuracy and also like other settings if I wanted to. All right, so remember to subscribe if you guys want to stay tuned to my findings or any discoveries that I made from Binbot Pro. Okay, so remember the first criteria, ATR, average true range, which is this chart, has to be above 0.0002, and the RSI must be below 30 or above 70. All right, so one thing to note for RSI is, if you check on the latest, if it's on a live chart, it doesn't, the latest line actually is forming while the price is moving. So it kind of moves as the price goes up or down. So now, one thing I've actually asked people to do is to actually, let's say, create an alert. Like, let's say if you are in tradingview.com, you just press click alert button over here, and then under the condition you set ATR crossing you select outside channel, then upper boundary you put 71, lower boundary you put 79. So put once per bar, and then you click save. So whenever you click save, and then the alert is going to be on your right, and then say, for example, right now, oh sorry, I am so sorry, it is not ATR. You have to set RSI 9 close. Yeah, RSI 9 close. Yeah, RSI 9 close. So whenever that happens, the alarm will trigger, and so like I said, you can actually leave trading view and your Binbot Pro window in the background, and then you can do your daily task. And then when the trigger alerts, and to be honest, on some days the alerts do trigger a lot because the line actually touches the boundary often, especially if the price is very near the line. But the one important criteria is you have to wait for the candles, let's say the forming candles. Let's say if it's having an alarm right here is crossing, you should wait for the candle to close. One candle is 1 minute right now, so remember you're looking at a 1 minute chart GBP USD. You wait for the candle to close at the next minute, and if the line is still like crossing, or it actually crossed 29 or 71, and that means that you can turn on the robot. So there are many times where the line crosses as the price move up and down, but as the candle close, it moves back into the channel, and we do not want to turn on the Binbot Pro during that instances. Alright, so that is when you do not turn on. So let me summarize again. So first, check the ATR is above 0.0002, and then when the RSI crosses the line, we have to wait for the bar to close like the next minute. So for example, now it's 2:51, so we have to wait for 2:52, and 2:52, if the line that the bar closes and the line still crosses the RSI channels, and then that is when we can actually turn on the robot. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, right here, I can't show you a good example due to the extreme volatility and as well as the upcoming news announcement. So a good, let's say, example in the past is, let's say, lines like this. As you can see, like, wait, let me hide for now. Let's say lines like this little line here, as you can see, this bar is very likely to trigger the alarm, but and as well it's very likely to has already crossed while the bar is forming. But the problem is when the bar closes in the next minute, like let's say the next minute, the line went back up into the channel, and that means that we shouldn't turn on the robot. So the main lesson here is to wait for the bar to close, and when the bar that is causing the line to cross the channel and it actually closes, and then it forms like even a deeper line outside the channel, and that means that it's perfect to turn on your robot. All right, so that's the most important part of this trading execution with the Binbot Pro. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much it. I'm not sure whether I can record an actual one within this hour because I'm pretty busy today. Let me see. Just I might be able to do one. Okay, I will wait for another couple of minutes. See, I don't think it's actually crossing the channel now. Let's see, it's been 1:40 here, and okay, it's been an hour, but I have the next news in 6 minutes. So yeah, I probably best not to do a trade right now because it might cause another heavy reaction during the news, the Tribune news. Alright, ECB president. Okay, so I probably will not do a live demo here, but I've already tried my best to convey the warning, especially the RSI crosses. You have to wait for the bar to close and confirm that after the bar is closed, the line still maintains outside the channel instead of bouncing back like this one over here. It bounces back in, then you shouldn't turn on the robot. So if it continues to go down, then it's perfect time to turn on your robot. Okay, so I guess that's all for now. So remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you guys have not signed up for the Binbot Pro software, do sign up with the link below in the description box below as a sign of support. I truly appreciate all your support, and as well as anybody who subscribes to my channel. All right, so if you have any question, feel free to email me from the contact list that you see on the screen. You can either add me on Skype and chat with me. I do not receive, like, I do not accept calls because it's very distracting during my trading days. So do just say leave a message there on Skype. I will reply as soon as possible, and same goes for email. Yeah. So all right, that's all for now, guys. So trade safe, guys. Good luck.